Hello students, welcome back. This is the part 7 of quick revision of Indian history through important years. Today we are going to discuss the incidents after 1915. The previous video we have discussed about the incident from 1885 to 1915. So let's continue. 1916, Home Rule Movement by Annie Besant. Annie Besant started this movement in Arcot, Madras. The same movement was started by Bal Gangadhar Tilak in Pune, which meant the Home Rule movements till now the British was ruling India. From this movement, now India should be ruled by the India. This was the main motive of this Home Rule movement. 1917, this was the most important year because Gandhi's first movement in India, which means the Champaran Satyagraha. Champaran, it's in Bihar state. Here, the Bihar state farmers requested M.K. Gandhi to support for their protest against the British plantation. What was the main reason for the Champaran Satyagraha? Here, the British plantation owners forced the Champaran and nearby villages to grow only the indigo crops. Indigo, which was more demand in the European markets. So this made Champaran farmers to call M.K. Gandhi for further support. When Gandhi reached Champaran, he started his first movement in India and became so successful. Next, in 1918, Kheda Satyagraha. After Champaran Satyagraha, which was in Bihar state, now his own home state called Gujarat. Kheda, one of the districts in Gujarat state, here farmers started the protest against the British. Here, what happened was the British started to collect more taxes. The Kheda farmers, they are unable to pay the high tax due to the drought condition. When Gandhi entered the Kheda Satyagraha, it became successful. Next, 1919. This was a very important year in the history of India because the three major incidents took place. Number one, the Khilafat movement. So what was Khilafat movement? Khilafat means the Turkish ruler. After the First World War, the Turkish Sultan was highly humiliated by the European nations. So this made the Turkish Muslims to start against their discrimination. Even the Indian Muslims also started this support for the Khilafat. Ali brothers called Muhammad Ali and Shaukat Ali started this Khilafat movement in India. So this movement was supported by both INC and Muslim League. Very most incident was the British introduced the Rowlatt Act because British started to fear the back-to-back protest and movements against them, which means from 1915 to 1919. So there was a back-to-back movement against them. This alarmed the British government to control the Indians through the act called Rowlatt Act. So let's understand what was Rowlatt Act says. Any person can be arrested without any reason. Indians cannot gather in a large number, cannot have their Indians cannot write any articles against the British government. This resulted in a very disaster way, that was the Amritsar incident, which means the Jallianwala Bagh massacre. Actually, it was started in 1919, April 13th. Jallianwala Bagh, a small garden in Amritsar region of Punjab state now at present. The people of Amritsar, they are not aware of the martial laws introduced by the British government. General Dyer, the British police commissioner of Punjab state, he entered Jallianwala Bagh garden and without giving any instruction to the gathered people, he started to shoot out. In this incident, at least more than 1,200 was shot out by the British policemen and many more were injured. So this incident of Jallianwala Bagh created a horrible reaction from the Indians. Every Indian started to revolt against the British. They are not happy with the way of British reaction on 1920. After the Jallianwala Bagh massacre, Gandhi decided to start his first political movement against British government. Let me clear one thing. Even though Gandhi's first movement was 1917 Champaran, this was purely his personal movement. Actual movement starts from 1920, which means the non-cooperation movement. Non-cooperation movement, this is really against our British government. Means now onwards Indians will never cooperate with the British government. So non-cooperation means here Gandhi gave a very big call to the Indians to stop using the British or foreign goods. People who are joined the British government stop going to the office, school, colleges. Number of students left their school, colleges and joined this non-cooperation movement started by M.K. Gandhi. So these movements went 2 more years, meaning from 1920 to 1922. 1922 February month, the place called Chauri Chaura. In the village of Chauri Chaura, the movement of non-cooperation turned into a violent situation, which means the people who are engaged in protest against the British started to react in a very violent method because of the reaction from the police. So which resulted in the death of 22 policemen. So this made M.K. Gandhi to stop this non-cooperation movement immediately because his main intention was to take the non-cooperation in entire non-violence method. But unfortunately, this Satyagraha turned into a very violent method. So he decided to stop the non-cooperation movement at immediate step. So this made the 3 people called as Motilal Nehru, Chittaranjan Das and Lala Lajpat Rai. So they are requested M.K. Gandhi to not to stop the movement against the British. But in spite of this request from these 3 great leaders, Gandhi decided to stop this movement. So this made Motilal Nehru, Lala Lajpat Rai, Ranjan Das to quit the Congress session and started one more political party called Swaraj Party.